I hope you can see me. I haven't been around for some time. I haven't made any videos, I haven't done any machining of late, since probably May. I've had 2 hospital visits, and I got another one to come in August. So I haven't been able to, I haven't even been enthused to even come out to the shop and do things. So I've just had a second op, and I thought, well, I was feeling pretty good, and so I thought I'd come out and do a little bit these last couple of days. And what I've done is, my last video that I produced was machining the trough of the cross slide on the lime hand shaper that I'm building, together with a friend down in California. And if you want to, he's doing it slightly different. He's going a different direction than I am, because he has lots of access to cast iron from local companies down in the US, MSC and places like that. And up here it's absolutely hopeless trying to get cast iron billets. The cross slide that I'm building, that I'm using, was actually an old sand casting that came from a railway company that was a foundry. And the outside is very tough. It's got sand in the skin, and it just cutters unless you can get down into the good stuff, the cutters don't last 5 minutes. So I've gone a different route than my friend Larry in California. And if you want to look at his channel, I believe you just type in Larry Poindexter, and you can see the process that he's taken and the progress he's got. He's far ahead of me, because I haven't been doing anything since around May. So anyway, I got on the internet a few days ago, and I picked myself up a little 5/16 shank indexable lathe cutter from a company called Glance, which I believe are in England. I'm not sure, I think they are. And they're distributed through a Oriental company here by the name of Busy Bee, and they sell lots of Chinese equipment. And so it was about $14 for the holder. It's a very nice holder, very nicely made. And so I purchased one for about $14, and I got it delivered and ordered a couple of cutters with it. And so I'm just trying it out on this this piece of steel here. In one of my videos, I made a dovetail cutter that was designed by Randy Richard on YouTube. It's got a nice site as well, does some nice work. And so I got a drawing from him and made my own 60-degree dovetail cutter with carbide inserts. And the material I used was this material here. And I managed to get a code number from the second piece that I have, and I've just searched on the internet this evening and found that that code number represents a Arctic cat snow removal machine. and it's the wheel axle. So I had two of them given to me when I was in a group up in Edmonton, and I've been using them. I use this for the dovetail cutter, and it's really nice material, but it's very tough. So that's the reason for buying the carbide. I couldn't touch it with HSS. So anyway, I bought that glance, and now I'm kind of testing it out on this stub here. I cut two stubs off. I'm gonna make a double insert milling roughing cutter, exchangeable inserts, or indexable inserts I should say. And what I did was I purchased a 5/8 shank, because I've got the Taig milling machine and I'm stuck with 3/8 collets. And so anyway, I bought some adapters. These adapters, I got them from A to Z. They were pretty cheap, and they screw onto the ER16 holder, and you can machine them out to take different cutters. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to bore this out 5/16 to suit the new insert milling cutter that I've purchased, and I'm waiting for it to come. So in the meantime, I'm just machining two of these units, and I'm going to make two identical cutters from the dimensions that I get from this Glasson product. So I've got that on order, and of course I got stung again, without my fault really. I purchased the holder, the milling holder, and 5 inserts, and of course it's down in the US. There's nothing up here in Canada. Hardly anything exists up here. So I paid with shipping, it cost me $173 US, $173 US, and you know, brain wasn't working. Suddenly realised after I'd ordered it, but $173 in US is about $230 in Canadian. So I probably will, if I'm successful in making two of these, 2 copies, and they're successful, then I'll put it on eBay and get some of my money back. So we'll see what happens there. So I cut off, what I'm doing 2 of these, and the reason is that if I make a mistake on the first one, I've always got a second one. But then again, if both work out good and are within spec and work fine, then I'll pass one on to my friend down in California, and that way we can both benefit. So that's my intentions. I can't do anything on the cross slide of the lime shaper, because that's what I need the cutter for. So I'm waiting for that, but in the meantime I thought, well, I can at least bore one of these out to 5/8, and I think what I'll do is I'll put a sleeve, I'll turn up a ring that drops down over this and gives it a bit more meat in this area, because 5/8, this is only 3/4 diameter, so it's not really much for a set screw for the Weldon shank. So I'll probably put a ring on here so that I've got a bit of more meat with the set screw. the depth of the thread. So that's what I'm going to do, bore this out and what's the name. But in the meantime, I put this up because I wanted to try this little 5/16 lathe holder, and it's not going bad actually. I mean, bearing in mind that this is just a little, it's really a roller skate, a little toy lathe really. Yeah, it's quite amazing really what it can do. So I think what I'll do now is just give you a little demo of the kind of cut that I'm taking on this. I've no idea what this material is. It's axle shaft, so they're pretty tough material, but should be fairly nice to machine. So as you can see, it's getting a nice finish, but that was just a 20 off the diameter cut. I did try a 30, and it was kind of working okay, but I was getting stringy material like this, and you know, when you got your hand down here holding, because that's the only way you can put a feed on, by holding the saddle handle or the carriage handle, your hands are pretty close to this stuff that's, you know, spiraling off. I don't know why. It's got a chip breaker on it, so maybe it's because I'm not taking a bigger cut. But again, with this little toy, and it really is a toy, there's not enough power in the motor, and it's pretty shaky. You know, there's no support at the other end there. So it's going to be a long kind of operation to machine this, which is about 1.5 inch diameter, down to 5/8. And it's going to take some time. But I just thought I'd give you a little demo of how this little machine can and does work. I've got another cutter here that I used previous on the other one, and this is a brazed on, just a cheap, I think it's a C6, which is steel, for steel, and as you can see, I've mutilated it over a period of time. I find that if I put a nice flat on there and hold it at that angle, it does do a pretty good job. But in the meantime, I'm just trying this out to see what kind of reaction I get from it. So I'm still messing around with speeds and feeds, so we'll see what takes place. I've got the RPM at 7, almost 800. Of course, when I start taking a cut, that slows right down because the motor is not very powerful. I think it's only about 1/4 horse. So, where are we? I just don't like the chips flying off. Like, if they were coming off in chips, I'd be happy, but they're not. Now this is already on I've taken a 20th thou cut, but this is, okay, now it's taken a 20th thou cut. It's dropped down to 600, and as you can see, it's very, very nasty stuff. And I presume that's because I can't take a deeper cut. If I took a deeper cut, it would just, maybe I could take 30, I'm not sure, but that's no good. It's not doing the tip any good. So this is going to be a deeper cut. So there you go. That's about a 30 thou cut. And it's 460. Check that in a minute and see. It's pretty nasty stuff. No good really. But I guess it's about the only way I'm going to do it at the moment, unless I can come up with some other solution. And it may just be the fact that I haven't got the proper feed or the proper speed or the whatever. So I'll take a measurement of that and see what that cut was. Okay, that's 431. $462. 60. That's about 30 thou, right? I think. Yeah. So that was about a 30 thou cut. Now, if I could get that to chip, but you can't touch these things because they're already formed. It's the form is already in the chip, so Richards. Well, the carbide is standing up pretty good. I'm too high. What if I was a bit lower? I went a bit lower. Let's try that. I haven't set I've only set the height of the tool, and I know it's important. I've only set the height of the tool by eye, so I'm going to just drop it a bit and see. Let's see, get my it's not bad. That's pretty good. Let's give that a try, see what happens. See, if I drop the speed, I lose the torque. Same time, maybe I should use this. Maybe I should use this because this is just a brazed thing, and I can sharpen that easily. I've got a diamond. What's his name? That's 20 thou. No, still coming off as a string. But that's nice, it's a nice cut. What do you think? I think that's pretty good for a little lathe. I had no way of comparing really. That might break them up. See what, I think that's a 30 thou cut. Come on, where are you? I think that was a 30 thou cut again. So we've got 462. $4.15. Wow. That's about 40 thou. So there you go. You know what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this out. Yeah. Standing up well. And we'll put this one in. Where are we? Let's try this. Trial and error. Come up a bit. Okay. $10, $20. Yeah, same thing. But it'll get there. I guess I could order some nice steel in at the same near the size, but I got this. spent half an hour. I put a mini disc in there, and the damn thing wasn't working. So I spent half an hour explaining this, and then wind up with nothing, a blank video. Let's try this. Yeah, it's not like A-bomb. A-bomb will soon have this down to size. Let's try a bigger cut. 10, 20, 30. It's 30 thou. That's not bad. We'll soon get there. It's 400 RPM under power. I guess I could always just release the pressure. Enough to break the chips up. That will break them up. I measured this. I had a 1 thou taper along the length, which really is not bad. I can always adjust it on the tailstock. Yeah, it's going to have to keep my eye on it and hope nothing happens. Okay, well, I guess that'll do for now. I'll just clean this up. So, there you go. Let's measure that and see what kind of a taper we get. Of course, it's going to have a taper because it's just roughing. That's 0. One thou, 99. So a thou taper, and it's smaller at that end. So okay, well, hope you enjoyed. I'll soon be back in production again, I guess, and I'll get some more videos up.